Gosh, the whole package, Jace. We targeted him really early in the process. I think you had texted me earlier today. I couldn't really talk about it because I wasn't sure it was realistic. But he's a big-time rim protector. He's a great one-on-one defender. He's a big-time post defender. He can really pass it. Any of you guys that were at the Gonzaga-Portland game, I'm sure saw that. I mean, he put on a clinic. He can stretch the floor. He's got range. He can score over both shoulders. So, he's everything you want to look for in a big man in our league today, because he can play inside and out. He can defend the rim. He can defend one-on-one. He can defend pick and roll. And we think he, whether he plays, behind Nurk, and then he can play with them too against some bigger lineups. So it was a great opportunity to move up and get the kind of a guy you can't get in the middle of the draft.
Before, like with Dame and CJ, you said there have been moments that have kind of resonated with you and said, that's my guy. Yeah. Did you have a moment with Zach?
I did. I was laughing. Bill Branch and I went to the game at the University of Portland, and he trailed a break, banged down a three, and then he caught the ball in the left block, got double teamed, threw a behind the back, no look pass to Tilly, and I said, okay, Billy, we can go home. We're done. He's a top 10 pick, and we knew right then. And then you just realize he's a tough competitor. And one of the things I'm really happy with is we got two of the toughest guys in this draft. And they're going to bring a lot of grit, a lot of toughness. They both have a competitive fire to the team. And I think when you're a young guy joining a team as deep as ours, you're going to need that.
You obviously saw him early in the sort of scouting process, but had you just seen enough that you didn't need to bring him in for?
We couldn't get him in.
You couldn't get him.
No, we had no shot at getting him in. There was no way he was going to be there at 15, and I think we got lucky that he got to 10. Quite honestly, I think some transactions that happened tonight changed the upper part of the middle part of the lottery, and then Sacramento had expectations, and they had what they wanted to accomplish in the draft, and it met up with ours, and we were lucky to move up and get him. But I do think it's funny, I know Rosie's not here, they're back in the draft and watching the draft, but we sat at the Mountain West, we went Mountain West Pac-12 WCC to go scout, and it wasn't just for the sunshine, but we sat there, he just kept playing better and better, and we kept getting more and more frustrating, knowing the more minutes he got, the more the rest of the country was going to catch up. And I was talking to his agent about it tonight. He said, well, you guys were on this in January, and he said, yeah, unfortunately, he went on a run in March that got everybody else up to speed on it. So, like I said, we were lucky we had the assets. We have an aggressive owner, really supportive, really believed in what we were trying to do, and he gave us the go-ahead to move up.